All right, so we're going to start a new unit called The Influence of the Enlightenment. The state standard asks us to recognize how the Enlightenment ideas, including Montesquieu's view of separation of powers and John Locke's theories of natural law, and how Locke's social contract influenced our founding fathers. So we're going to look at these ideas of Montesquieu and John Locke and look at how they influence our founding fathers. The notes that we're using in class look like this, and the pre-reading notes are what we're going to start with right now. This is going to be page 11 in the notebook. So these are some of your founding fathers and some important documents that founded our country in the United States. So we have our U.S. Constitution, which is written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay, and then the Declaration of Independence. There's an image of three of your founding fathers writing that Declaration of Independence, mostly penned by Thomas Jefferson, but also John Adams and Benjamin Franklin playing a role in that as well. Now, these men were all influenced by both Baron de Montesquieu and John Locke. They got a lot of their ideas that we see throughout the Declaration of Independence and in our U.S. Constitution from these two men and their theories and ideas. And we're going to look deeper into that throughout this lesson. So some of your founding fathers back in the 1700s are starting to think about creating this new country. And some of the things they're thinking of is we need a new constitution. We need a new government. People need to have rights. We're going to give people rights in the United States. And we definitely want to get rid of the British. So if you see that it's underlined on my screen, you're going to notice that's something you're going to be filling in on your notes. So those underlined terms are the same terms that you would need to write down in your notes. So we got a lot of these ideas of this new constitution, a new type of a government, giving people rights and saying goodbye to the British that were ruling over us at the time from both of these two guys. So we have John Locke, and you're going to have to write his name in on the blank on your paper, and also Baron de Montesquieu. These are two of the Enlightenment thinkers who inspired our founding fathers to write the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence with the outline that they did and with the ideas that they did. And we're going to study more and more about what ideas came from these two men and how they inspired those documents. So really quickly, I just want to explain what the Enlightenment is, because I've said that these two men came from the Enlightenment time period. This is a time period in history from the 1620s to 1780s, where it becomes known as the Age of Reason. And the Age and Reason, both of those are underlined because you're going to be filling them into your notes. Same with the word enlightenment. They started asking questions, during this time period. Like, why do people act the way that they act? There's certain ways people act, and why do they do that? What kind of government would work best for different environments and different people? What would work best compared to what they had at the time? They start to look at what is it that people need and what do they really want, and how can we create a government, or what kinds of governments best suit what people need and what they want. This time period is called the Enlightenment. So, in other words, during the Enlightenment, people began to think about how life could be better. And that includes, how can our governments be better? And on your paper, you're writing in governments could be better.